everybody, this is Reno NV here at Maccabee Arms and Safe, and today we're going to talk safes and vaults. There's a lot of misinformation out there, a lot of marketing, a lot of people think of certain things that are not really there. So let's go dig deep into it and figure out what is a safe, what makes a safe different than the other, because they all look the same. They are big boxes of metal, but they're not really assembled the same from the same quality of material. So today we're going to go over some information like the types of steel, places of manufacturing, assembly, and hopefully by that we can educate the consumer, which is you, a bit more about what it is that you are buying. So let's start with the import. Unfortunately, majority of the safes in the United States that are being sold are imported from China, imported and assembled, or Chinese steel imported and then assembled in the US. The problem is that the standards are different, the quarries are different, the process of the hardening is different. A lot of times we go to the big box stores and we see names like Browning and Winchester and Liberty and a lot of those guys, and we don't realize that these are all Chinese imported brands. Actually, Liberty is a US brand, but they're using foreign steel and they're assembled here in the US, which is also a difference. But if you look, for example, at the numbers, last year alone in 2018, over $800 million worth of imported Chinese safes came into the United States. So who do we want to support? The Chinese or the hard-working American who is sitting usually in Salt Lake City or in somewhere in Utah, wherever it is, and building those safes for specific standards so we can use them. If you want to talk Chinese or import, we can go over here and I can show you a few samples. We do carry a few Chinese lines just because we have to be competitive with the box stores. We have over here the Sovereign safe, which is a 36 safe. We have over here the Winchesters, the Big Daddies. These are all Chinese imported safes. So you do get a good package. You get a big size safe, a digital padlock. If you look inside, it has an electricity kit. So you have the lights, you have the power adapter, a nice door organizer, 1-inch bolts. But here's where the catch comes. If you actually just do something simple like, you can feel it is hollow, okay? It is hollow. The door looks like it's very massive and thick, but here's the thing. This is not the thickness of the door. This is folded gauge, usually 11 or 12 gauge in this case, which is folded, and it gives you the false sense of security, thinking it is actually a thick steel that can handle everything. No, it is not. It is hollow. Okay, this is a Chinese product made by Winchester. Yeah, it is a lot of bang for the buck, but if you're looking for something to actually keep the crooks out of your safe and out of your belongings, this is not what's going to make it. Same thing with Sovereign over here. Digital lock, 5-spoke spindle. We have a fire resistant and we have waterproof, and everything is nice and dandy. You see the same thing over here, door organizer, there's an electricity plug over there, but again, it's all hollow, okay? Now we're going to talk a bit about some of the Champion product. Champion is an American company, family-owned business. They own both Champion and Superior. This is their entry-level safes. They are 100% US steel assembled in their factory in Mexico. So the quality of the steel and everything is a lot better than the Chinese stuff. Plus, you're dealing with a family-owned business versus a corporation. This is their Model T, which, like the Ford Model T, you can have it in any color you want, as long as it is gray. And over here we have the upgraded digital padlock already on it. Now, as you can see, this door is a lot thinner, but it's a lot thinner because it's a solid plate with reinforced corners. Okay, so this door actually is a lot stronger than those two doors on these Winchesters, over in the Winchester and the Sovereign over here. We have a door organizer, pretty simple, basic, 1-inch bolts, but like I said, that's a good entry level safe to have if you're really on a tight budget in a small space. Then from Model T we go to the Medalist. They actually just discontinued the Medalist. They replaced them with the Victory line, which is smaller and thinner steel. So we only have 2 of those left in stock. That's a great deal because they're the same price as the Victory series, but you get a better safe. Same concept. From there you go, because they make them in a granite finish, more if you have it in the garage or something like that. And then they make them also in gloss colors. And we talked earlier about the sizing and the differences. If you look at this big champion over here, and you look at that superior over there, both of those are actually the same size. Here's the difference. This one weighs about 800 pounds, this one weighs 3,000 pounds. So the steel is very different. On this one, when you look over here, this is called the superior, and this is the untouchable, which is the top of the line from the superior line, probably the best volt we have in the industry right now. So we have a bit of a different mechanism over here. First of all, if you look at the doors, this is a solid half-inch plate all around, not reinforced. Solid half-inch door. 3 fire seals. Look at the bolt. These are all 2-inch bolts going 4 ways. You can see over here the door organizer, the light kit. It has a very nice interior with pulling drawers. You can put some jewelry, silver certificates in them. It has a plug for power. You can put your hard drive. One of the biggest thing about this safe is we are talking over here almost 3,000 pounds of 100% US steel, 100% US made in Salt Lake City, in Utah. This is quality. This is how you live to your kids and your grandkids. The other cool thing about this safe is, let me show you the guts. So this is a full gear drive. Usually when you look at one of the other safes over here, you will see that when you take it off, there's only one little rod that pushes the bed frames to the sides. On this one, everything is reinforced and it all works on the same mechanism. So when I actually open and close it, you can see over here, it locks at 90-degree angles. So there's no way to tap into it. In addition, if you will come close over here, there's a little bit of a tempered glass over here in the back. If somebody's going to try to tap through this door, the tempered glass is going to crack. This wire over here is going to go down and it's going to lock all the bolts automatically as an extra security feature. Unfortunately, in our region, we have a lot of fires. So let's talk about fire ratings. This safe has a 1900 Fahrenheit protection at nearly 2 hours. That's the highest rating there is in the industry. When you look at fires like what happened in California, the only safes that were still sitting over there were the untouchables, and everything that was in them was still safe. So this is what you are paying for. That's what you're investing in. Those 3 fire seals you can see over here. 1, 2, and 3. 3 layers to prevent from the fire and the heat to go inside and damage all of your interior. Okay? So this is what you're applying when you're looking at American quality and handmade craftsmanship compared to other safes that are out there. Another one of our, just the door, this door alone weighs more than that whole safe, just as an FYI. Another popular safe we sell is the Champion over here. That's the Triumph, also 100% US made, 100% US steel. 5 spokes. 2, it says the Delta style sealant over here and reinforced door. 2-inch bolts, 4-way, power, lights, 2 fire seals. We talked earlier about the mechanism. So you can see over here it's a lot different than the untouchable. But we sell a lot of these guys because for the money, to have a US made product and a US steel product, it's definitely worth the money. So once again, they all look the same. Now over here we can kind of get an idea of what the things are. So these are what they call the fire insulations, which usually the safes will have in them. This material helps prevent the fire from expanding usually between the plates of the steel. If we look over here, we can see the different thicknesses of steel. So over here you got 11 and 12 gauge. Usually this is what is most of the Chinese safes and the low-end safes are using. It's 12 gauge steel, and then what they do, they fold it, and inside they put the fire layer. So basically this is how your safe is actually built. That's what gives it the thickness that you guys see. When you're going to something like this, to give it an example, I have a half over here, I don't think I have a half. But it's pretty much going to be more than this. So this is basically the thickness of solid steel of the untouchable over here. All around. So when I go to the door, when I go to the sides, when I go to the top, You don't hear that hollowness that you hear from the other Chinese products. This is what you are paying for. Quality, steel. When you look at the safe, look at the weight. Weight tells you the truth. Ask them, where is the steel coming from? When you go see your Liberty dealer, ask him, can you please show the certification of the steel of which your safe is made of? Okay? I always say, buy local, buy American. That's the only way our economy can stay afloat. Plus, quality of product. There's no comparison. So if you have any questions about safety of your house, about what safe to use, and remember, we call them gun safes, but these are not gun safes. I mean, actually, I can show you these new products that came out of Champion. This is called the Estate Series or the Home Series. So if you only have some jewelry to use, look over here at this guy. Perfect for the closet or the office. You have a drawer so you can put your jewelry in, certificates in, handguns, some more room over here for jewelry to hang up. Look at the arch, solid plate, and electricity inside. In a bigger scale, same thing over here. You got a drawer so you can put your jewelry in, certificate, birth certificates, old photographs. You can divide this part to put some rifles in here, some handguns. So it's kind of like a family, a his and hers, if you want to call it that way, that you can use to put in your house. We've had a lot of success with this series from Champion. Once again, 100% US steel. Okay. So once again, this is Sharon here at Maccabee Arms and Safes. And if you have any questions, please stop by, ask those questions, try to buy local. We also do full service. We deliver, we install, we can bolt in, we can service your safes. So it's a one-stop shop. All of our employees are veterans over here. And we're here to take care of you, our customers, and our local people. So once again, 2105 Kietzke Lane across from Reno Toyota. Look us on the web, MaccabeeArms.com, or join us on Facebook at our Facebook page of Maccabee Arms and Safe. This is Sharon. Stay safe, and as always, keep your booger finger off the bang bang switch.